just love challenging myself. I love having opportunities like this to put myself on the line and see how well I can skate.
It's a combination of being on a first date every night with these people and hoping to leave a good impression.
It's something you can't explain. It's just in your heart, and it just fulfills you and makes you happy.
You fly, you feel the wind in your face, you hit a good jump, and it's just the greatest feeling in the world, and to connect with an audience is the best.
We got a feeling, we got a feeling like we're alive.
Tonight, on the ice, 8 of the greatest skaters in the world. Olay presents Ice Wars, USA versus the world. We welcome you on this Thanksgiving weekend to downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. We are at the Civic Arena in the heart of Manchester as Olay presents Ice Wars, USA versus the world. Good evening, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist, and welcome to Manchester, a city that one normally associates with its impact in the world of American politics. Tonight, something a little different. It's an athletic event, team competition in figure skating, the United States versus the world. It is a real thrill and pleasure to welcome back a dear friend and colleague, Tracy Wilson. Tracy, let's talk a little bit about the world team.
Well, Vern, the world team looks good on paper, and they've looked fabulous in practice. Led by the 1998 Olympic champion Ilya Kulik of Russia, who is terrific both technically and artistically, and he's joined by the showboat from Canada, Kurt Browning. So I think you got to give the world team the edge in this competition.
Well, the United States has won 6 of the 8 previous events. What do you think of the composition of this year's American team?
I think they have experience on their side, and they also have 3 Olympic champions, Tara Lipinski, Brian Boitano, and their secret weapon this year, Vern, Scott Hamilton.
Well, our colleague is making a return to competition for the first time in 2.5 years, and he's with Leslie Visser. Les?
Thanks, Vern. It's great to be with you and Tracy, as it's great to be with this man. Scott, you haven't competed.
I want to be with Vern and Tracy.
Usually you are.
It's safer up there.
You haven't competed, as Vern and Tracy said, in almost 3 years. What are you expecting out of tonight?
I have absolutely no idea. I just, I don't know. I prepared pretty well. I'm skating as well as I can, and practice has been great. It's just not being in that atmosphere with adrenaline and kind of not skating a lot lately. I'm kind of concerned, but I'll just put it out there and see what happens. You hope for the best always, and you take whatever you get. You're open to the result.
Well, we look forward to it. It's great to have you here, Vern.
It is a joy indeed. Thanks, Leslie. This accomplished field of competitors, 4 Olympic championships and 12 world titles among them. Team USA, Nicole Bobek, Tara Lipinski, Brian Boitano, and Scott Hamilton. And for the world team, Ilya Kulik, Kurt Browning, Maria Butirskaya. And on the ice first, 3-time world silver medalist and 5-time European champion, here's Surya Bonali of France. She skates to the music of Shadowland. It's from the soundtrack, The Lion King.
Surya opening there with a double loop. She is capable of landing triple jump easily. This, of course, the technical program, so the judges looking for the difficult triples. There's triple toe loop. We never know what to expect from Surya because every time she does a program, she does it differently.
Yeah, even from practice the morning of competition, she's been known to change things, sometimes dramatically.
Nice triple salchow.
We have a panel of of 7 judges scoring on a 10-point system, just 1 mark. And this, as Tracy said, is the technical program. The high and low marks will be thrown out.
And the mark that they give is based on the difficulty and the quality of the elements. To making up your programs as you go along is often you have spaces in your choreography where you're thinking and not performing.
She is the master of improvisation, but you can always count on the backflip being a part of any program she performs. Nice start to the evening.
Might not have the sophisticated choreography of some of the other skaters, but she's turned it up a notch by landing 3 triple jumps. She's putting the pressure on Team USA.
Surya Bonaly will celebrate her 29th birthday in a couple of weeks. Native of France, a resident of Las Vegas now, and really a citizen of the world.
There are required elements for the technical program. It is expected that the men will include a minimum of 3 triple jumps, the ladies 2 triple jumps. They must also include a jump combination or sequence, 2 spins, and a step sequence.
The marks for Surya Bonaly, 9.8.
And now the scores for Surya Bonaly.
9.8, 9.7.
3 strong triple jumps. Some of the skating in between the jumps a little sloppy. But overall, that's a great start for the world team.
And a total of 48.6 as Ilya Kulik and Kurt Browning give their approval. Sure. Where Nicole Bobek skated first for Team USA, 47.8 her score. And next to skate in her first professional event, she traveled all the way from Russia to compete this evening. Here's Maria Butirskaya. And the 1999 world champion has chosen as the music for her technical program, Ave Maria.
At the Olympic Games, and she has to take advantage of the fact that she's fresh out of Olympic competition and up the technical difficulty. Triple toe, double toe to open. She's used to having to do these triple jumps on demand in a technical program. Here's her triple loop.
6th place finish in Salt Lake City. I know you remember well in Nagano in 1998. She was 3rd after the short program and finished 4th. Lost a stop on the podium to Chen Lu.
For much of her career, Maria was written off by Russian skating officials as being too old or not having enough potential to make it. Well, she certainly proved her doubters wrong.
She won her world championship, her only world title, at the age of 26.
Shaky on the landing, a double axel. Her expression is somewhat reserved in this performance. She doesn't have the benefit of being on the professional circuit for years, and this is her first year, and her artistry will only improve with time.
First time she has competed in Ice Wars. She has come a long way to be with us.
That was a well-balanced program. She did the required jumps, the spins, the footwork, all of it strong, though slightly reserved in her expression. But this is the technical program. She should do well with that performance.
Her marks, and the 1998 Olympic gold medalist, Tara Lipinski. Maria Bujerskaya scores ranging from 9.6 to 9.9, a total of 48.5 for the world team. Just a 1/10 of a point behind her teammate, Bonelli.
Lipinski.
And next up for Team USA, Olympic champion in Nagano in 1998, still only 20. Here is Tara Lipinski.
Vern, we've seen 2 solid performances by the world team so far. Tara needs a good skate to keep Team USA close. Tara skating to Paint It Black medley, choreographed by Lori Nickel. By an injury to her right hip, had reconstructive surgery in September 2000 and had a flare-up again 2 weeks ago. Let's see how it affects her. Coming up her first triple, a triple Salchow. Very nice. Limping after practice today, but obviously has put it behind her in this performance.
I think she fought through the pain. 2 triples. No problem.
And I think that performance is going to put Team USA right where they want to be. She had the energy, she did the required elements, a perfect combination. Nice triple Salchow at the beginning of her program. Perfect position. You could see there was no doubt that she was going to land that jump. And same thing with the triple toe. I think had she felt better, we would have seen a 3rd triple just for good measure. And the circular footwork at the end of the performance, she made it a highlight.
Well, she's urging the crowd on to help sway the judges. We'll see how the 7 voted now. Here are the marks for Tara Lipinski. There's a 9.9.
9.9, 9.6, 9.8, 9.8.
Well, the total for Tara Lipinski of 48.9. That's the high score from among the quartet of women, but not quite enough to give Team USA the lead. After the women's technical program, the world team leads Team USA by 0.4 of a point. Let's go down to Leslie.
Vern, she's been dominating since she was 14 years old, shows no signs of letting up. How did you feel out there tonight, first of all?
Well, I felt great. Actually, this was one of the most memorable times I've had just because I was really injured here. And doing the triples was really kind of painful, and I was really worried about it. But I got out there, and the audience really helped me through, and kind of happy.
Do you like the team concept? And pretty good to have Scott Hamilton clapping for you.
It is. It's awesome just to be out here. It's such a good event, and there's something about Ice Wars that always gets your competitive spirit going, so it's pretty cool.
Great. So far, so good. Thanks, Tara. Back to you, Vern.
Scott Hamilton returns to competition when we return.
Ice Wars continues with 2-time Russian national champion, European champion, and the 1998 Olympic gold medalist, Ilya Kulik.
25 years of age. Gold medalist in Japan in 1998. Here is a great artist performing music of a great artist. This is the piano concerto of Edvard Grieg and Ilya Kulik.
On paper, he has planned the most ambitious program in this competition by far, setting up for what may be the first of 2 triple axels. Whoa!
The ease of that jump was breathtaking.
This is his all-time favorite piece of music because it is powerful and it inspires speed in his skating. Triple flip, double toe.
Ilya Kulik, now a full-time resident of Los Angeles, recently married to Olympic champion Katia Gordieva, and they are the parents of a daughter, Lisa.
If he attempts it, it will be here, a second triple axel. Not as good as the first.
technical program, it was loaded with technical difficulty.
Including an unbelievable triple axel. I don't know when I've seen a nicer triple axel. 3.5 revolutions. Watch his upper body position. Absolutely perfect. He had the same speed coming out of the jump as he had going into it. His second triple axel was not as good. And if you look at his blade right here as he's about to land, he's leaning forward and has to dig in with the toe pick. Could not hold on to that landing. Great height in his jumps, his triple lutz like his first triple axel. Look at the speed and the control on that jump.
Surya Bonaly by his side. Here are the marks for Ilya Kulik.
9.8. 9.8.
Now, those are pretty consistent, aren't they? 9.8s, 9.9s. The total for Ilya Kulik, 49 points. 2.5 years since his last competition and a year since his last skate for Stars on Ice. Scott Hamilton and I spoke yesterday about his new life and new love. You got any idea how good it is to see you back on the ice?
It was hard taking a year off. It was really hard, but it was necessary. I needed to kind of get balance in life, and I needed to let my body heal a little bit. And I knew that I couldn't do that kind of schedule anymore physically. It feels great to be back on the ice, and thank you for saying that.
5 years since the diagnosis of the cancer. And then your decision after you were pronounced cancer-free to let Stars on Ice be a part of your past for the most part. How are you spending your days?
I've been doing a lot of community things, and I didn't skate very much the first year away from Stars on Ice, and I really didn't like the way I felt physically. I liked everything else about it. I missed the audience, and I missed a lot of that because that's really that's addictive. But it's I got to do a lot of things, interactive, face-to-face, try to make a difference in the community, and I really wanted to do that. You all have seen his face light up on the ice. Watch his face light up right now. Tracy Robinson. A gift from heaven, truly. She's an amazing individual, and she has completely changed my life, and for the better. You told me that you're feeling as well now as you have in 6-8 years. Physically, I feel better than I felt in a long time. And, honestly, every time you fall, it doesn't matter. It's just getting up is what matters. Yes. And so I've tried to, all these things that I try to, all this wisdom I try to share, I need to apply, and it isn't easy taking a year when you're this age and kind of come back. But I can tell you one thing, I'm the best 5'4", bald, 44-year-old skater in the world. Yes, he is. Scott and Tracy will be married next month.
Two-time U.S. national champion, 4-time world champion, and the 1984 Olympic gold medalist, Scott Hamilton.
Well, this will take a bit of a comic turn. This is the music of Rossini's Barber of Seville. And it's Scott's interpretation of Figaro.
And I don't know if he could get a warmer welcome back to competition. Even though this is a technical competition, Scott's objective always remains entertain the audience and make them laugh. Let's see if we can do a triple along the way.
Welcome back, buddy. Sometimes the jumps really don't matter. And a footnote, this is the first time that Scott has performed this program since March 17th, 1997 in Peoria, Illinois. That was the night he was told he had testicular cancer.
He always wanted to bring this number back. He didn't feel he got to perform it enough times. Here he struggled on his triple toe. He didn't get up quickly enough and into the rotation, but he saved his best for last. The backflip to close the performance, bring the audience to their feet.
And a thank you for the crowd.
The mark for Scott Hamilton, 9 points.
And the scores for Scott.
9.6, 9.5.
Of course, lower because the judges have to mark based on the triple jumps. That's a necessary part of the technical program.
Well, it has earned the ire of the crowd. 9 5s to 9 7s, a total for Scott of 48 points. And so the score now, the world team 146.1 and Team USA 144.7. And let's go down to Leslie with Scott.
Vern, it's been a long and winding road for this man. How emotional was it for you out there, Scott?
It was hard. It was a little tough. It was fun, but it was, you know, I just did rookie things. You know, it's like I said earlier, it's like unless I have a lot of reps under me, it's tough to do. And I did the triple toe, leading with the shoulder, and when I do that, that's what happens. So, and then I was tired for the style, but I'll throw it the next number. It's just a lot of stuff going on in here, and I never had that before, so I need to shut this off and just have fun. The crowd is unbelievable.
Standing ovation, you deserved it. Thanks, Scott. Back to you, Vern.
All right, Leslie, and when we come back, two more champions, Boitano and Browning.
We welcome you back to Ice Wars at the Civic Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire. And on the ice, he's competed in 8 of the 9 Ice Wars. Here is Kurt Browning.
Well, Kurt's nemesis in competition has always been the technical program. It hampered him in Olympic-eligible competition and also in the pro ranks. The world team has the lead now, and Kurt can pad that lead if he can nail the jump.
This is music called Alive.
Another spin around the sun on this speck of light in the universe. The gift of love is there for everyone. Angels working overtime. Day or night to hold the hands that play. A baby's born pure to the world as the old man.
First triple slant, triple toe into a second triple toe, which he turned to a double. That's all right.
Every year another promise is made. A pint of beer raised towards a better day. Let's find a star to come.
Entry into his triple Salchow from a spread eagle. Well done.
And make a wish. Maybe we can make it home.
Clever piece of footwork, very difficult. And another difficult footwork sequence. That should have been a triple, it was a double.
A little hiccup. Where did that come from? Kurt Browning. 36 years of age, 4 times a world champion. His wife, Sonia, back home in Toronto, preparing for another role as a principal with the Ballet of Canada. Kurt's dad, Dewey, is here watching his son perform.
Kurt downgraded the technical difficulty in this program somewhat. Here's a nice triple toe. He looked like he was in a good position to do a second triple, but he chose to turn it into a double. An interesting position, a spread eagle into his triple Salchow. Extra marks there for the entry into that jump. Caught an edge at the end, but hey, he knew it could have been worse. He stayed on his feet.
Get my legs to bend.
And now the marks for Kurt Browning. And they're low. 9.6 and 9.7. So he was punished. The total for Kurt Browning of 48.4 to add for the world team.
Sorry, guys.
Well, Kurt Browning has appeared in 8 of the 9 Ice Wars. Brian Boitano has been in every one of them. From the first that was held on Long Island in 1994, then we all traveled to Providence, Rhode Island in November of that year. Here is Brian Boitano, gold medalist 1988. This is music of Nat King Cole. And the title of the tune is called Walking My Baby Back Home.
Has left the door open for Brian Boitano, who is known as Mr. Consistent, so he may just jump right through that door. He'll open here with his triple Lutz out of a spread eagle, the Tano triple.
We stop for a while, she gives me a smile. Snuggle her head on my chest. We starting to pet, and that's when I get her talcum all my best. After I kind of straighten
coming up, a planned triple.
She has to borrow my car.
Triple toe.
Walking my baby back home. So I have to park outside her door to this light. She says if I try to kiss her, she'll cry. I dry her tears all through the night. Hand in hand to a barbecue stand, right from her doorway we roam. Peace and it's a pleasure again. Walking my baby, talking my baby, loving my baby. I don't mean maybe, walking my baby back home.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Brian Boitano takes competing as seriously now as he did in Olympic competition. He has prepared for this. He's brought 2 new programs to this competition. And boy, a performance like that doesn't happen by accident.
Now 39.
He's famous for this triple, the Tano triple. One hand over his head makes it more difficult. He also had a spread eagle entry into that jump. And the triple combination, good height. He covers the ice. Look at the speed on the first jump that allows him to do the second triple easily.
Unless you're a girl, then it's good triple.
Now Brian Boitano. And his marks. They are good ones.
9.9, 9.8, 9.9, 9.8.
The total for Brian Boitano, 49.3. Now the opening was there, and he jumped into it. Not quite through it, because at the conclusion of the technical program, Boitano's effort has pulled Team USA to within 0.5 of a point.
But it's the world team on top, and Leslie's with Kurt Brown.
Thanks, Vern. Leading by half a point. Are you riveted with tension?
Well, we were backstage, and everyone was like, so who's in the lead? We can't tell. You know, Brian got off the ice, and I said, Brian, you did everything I wanted to do.
Yeah, what happened? The ice is slippery?
It sounds funny, but all the skaters are saying the same thing. The ice feels slippery, but we've had some great skates tonight. I got nervous. As strange as it is, my knees just kind of locked up, and the triple went somewhere where it should have been. But Ilya was just unbelievable with the 2 triple axels, and just like he's done all year on tour. I think he's the reason why we're in front.
Well, it's a lot of world champions, you among them. Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks.
Vern?
It's remarkable to think that nearly 5 years has passed since that February night in Japan when then 15-year-old Tara Lipinski skated into history, the youngest Olympic champion ever. Today, those moments are as clear as ever.
I feel really lucky, you know, to have an experience like that and be so happy and, you know, remember Nagano the way it was is something that, you know, not many people can say they did. And I just lucky to have those memories.
We welcome you back to Manchester, New Hampshire. Vern Lundquist along with Tracy Wilson. Ice Wars #9. Well, we turn now to the artistic program. Head-to-head matchup, Trace. Double the scores. And the U.S. trailing by 0.5 of a point.
A very slim margin. If you look at the American team, I think each skater on Team USA is going into the strongest part of their competition, the artistic program. World team definitely has the edge technically, but they haven't got enough of a lead here to feel comfortable going into the artistic program.
And here is a nice touch for us all to end the evening. Scott Hamilton will be the last skater on the ice.
First up, Scott's teammate here in Manchester. Here's 1995 national champion and world bronze medalist, Nicole Bobek. The selection from Cirque du Soleil, Mystère.
Dance training evident in her beautiful line and flexibility. Opening with a double axel. Jump's not the key to this program, but an integral part. Building now for a triple toe, and she turned it to a double.
She is a vision, and a lovely one.
Graceful and elegant, and she feels her music, and that's essential in an artistic program. Included moves of flexibility, as you would see in Cirque du Soleil. The only downside in this, she did not have the triple jump. And the judges do recognize it's easier to be artistic when you don't have the technical difficulty.
And a quick reminder that the scores for both skaters will be held until each has completed the artistic program. So Nicole Bobek's work completed for the evening. She now gives way to Surya Bonali. And Surya has chosen to skate to a remake of the Gloria Gaynor hit of the 70s, I Will Survive.
After a little encouragement from her friends. I think she's made a fan in that front row.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. And so you're back from my face. I just looked in my dream that said, look for your face. You changed to be luck. Should have made you leave a key. If I had known just 1 second, you'd be back for me. One now go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now.
Surya's got a lot of speed right into a triple toe.
Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I spent all so many nights feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head high. You used to be somebody new. I'm not that changing little world who still loves you. Now you felt like dropping in and expect me to be free. Now I'm letting all my love. All is left me for now. Go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. We're too long, trying to hurt me with lies. You think I crumble, you think I lay down and die. You're not alive. I will survive for as long as I know my love. I know I'm still alive. I've got all my love to live. I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive, yeah, yeah.
Whoa, a little slip there, but up, and she's right back into it. energy. Surya Bonali.
Surya Bonali.
You know, that's as energized as I've seen her in quite some time. And we'll return with the marks for both Surya and Nicole Bobek right after this. The grace of Nicole Bobek or the energy of Surya Bonali? Whom did the judges favor?
And the marks now.
USA, Nicole Bobek, 9.7. The marks from Judge 2, 9.7, 9.8. Judge 3, 9.9, 9.8. Judge 4, 9.9, 9.8. Judge 5, 9.8, 9.7. Judge 6, 9.8, 9.6. Judge 7, 9.8, 9.7. World team score 98.2. USA 97.
And a quick explanation again. The high and low scores are thrown out. Then the cumulative scores are doubled. Bonali's 8/10 advantage over Bobek pushes the world team lead to 1.3 points. Now the artistic program of Ilya Kulik. The band is yellow. It's called Rubber Band Man.
And it is full of innovative blade work. Watch the blade on the ice, 2-foot skating, but a variety of edges from the toes to the heels of the blade. Extremely clever and difficult.
Quite a contrast in the two programs. Grieg's Piano Concerto and Yellow.
Showing his versatility. He can do anything, Vern. Very inventive. Have a touch of Gary Beacom in there. The touch of Beacom, the technical expertise of Boitano, the showmanship of Browning and Hamilton. You put it all together, Ilya Kulik is making his mark as a pro. Another high, huge triple axel. reversal. This one, too big. He over-rotated it. See how his body was turning forward on the landing. And often two-foot skating is frowned upon because it's basic. There was nothing basic about this kind of skating. Innovative blade work, different angles, different edges.
Brian's going to skate to the music of Hernando's Hideaway. This piece choreographed by David Liu, who was coached by one of our judges, JoJo Starbuck, in the '92 Olympics in Albertville.
I know a dark, secluded place, a place where no one knows your face, a glass of wine, a fast embrace. It's called Hernando's Hideaway. Ole. All you see are silhouettes, and all you hear are castanets, and no one cares how late it gets. Not at Hernando, by the way, ole. Golden Finger Bowl or any place you go. Uncle Max and everyone you know.
Hat in hand as he builds for his triple Lutz.
That you and I will set by Joe, then strike a match. Will know you're in Hernando's Hideaway. Then strike a match, and you will know you're in Hernando Hideaway.
That's just great.
Wow.
Brian Boitano.
He continues to stretch himself, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. His work ethic is legendary in this sport, and because of it, he's a role model to many up-and-coming skaters. Tremendous respect for Brian in this sport. A jump that's named after him, the Tano triple, with one hand above his head, the other holding a hat to his chest. But the most difficult part in this whole performance for Brian would have been stopping midway through and lighting up his cigar.
And the scores.
Judge 3, 9.7, 9.9. Judge 4, 9.8, 9.9. Judge 5, 9.8, 9.9. Judge 6, 9.8, 9.9. Judge 7, 9.9, 9.8. The world team, 98.
On your left, the 98 gold medalist. On your right, the 88 gold medalist. The old man won this head-to-head pairing. And the respect of Ilya Kulik.
Boitano's margin of victory, 1 full point. And that has Team USA back within 3/10. Here's Leslie.
Brian, there's a lot of gold in these parts. Well done by both of you. Brian, how difficult was all that to organize?
That was the best I've skated that. It's so difficult. The costume is rigged and there are contraptions everywhere, and just even lighting the cigar has been really hard. So I was pleased with how I skated technically. And to do the triple Lutz with the hat in my hand, that's the best I've ever done it.
Having your hat in your hand is a good look for you, Brian. Ilya, you are known as the complete package. What did you like about tonight?
That was awesome. You know, I've done this program before, but this is the best skate I've ever had, the best fun I ever had with this program. Every little thing was so perfect. I enjoyed every step of the way, you know.
Kulik and Boitano, two sensational performances. Two more champions up next, Maria Butirskaya and Tara Lipinski.
Welcome back to Ice Wars from Manchester, New Hampshire. And on the ice now, representing Team USA, her artistic program. The music is called To Where You Are, Tara Lipinski.
Who can say for certain? Maybe you're still here. I feel you all around me. Your memory so clear. Deep in the stillness, I can hear you speak. You're still an inspiration. Can it be?
This piece is being sung by Josh Groban. And Tara first heard this on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
And you are watching over me from up above.
Lovely triple toe. Good piece of music, and you can see that Tara connects to this piece. She choreographed it along with her longtime coach, Megan Faulkner. Appears to be skating from the heart.
That's a beautiful song interpreted by a beautiful young lady. About 6 weeks ago in Los Angeles, she was at a banquet and found herself seated next to the artist. Found it somewhat ironic that without knowing him, she had chosen that song for her artistic performance. Tara Lipinski.
It was a heartfelt performance, but for not quite enough oomph in her jumps. Didn't get the height on that triple toe, but artistically, it was a lovely skate.
Maria Butirskaya.
And now for the world team from Moscow, in her first ever appearance in Ice Wars, her first competitive event as a professional, Maria Butirskaya. Music of Shakira called Eyes Like Yours.
Triple toe to open her program. She's attacking this one. Maria Butirskaya, she won her world championship at the age of 26 in Helsinki, Finland in 1999. Strange how some things stick with you. I can still remember the first time we all saw her skate, you, Scott, and me, Skate Canada, Victoria, British Columbia in 1992. Judges comparing Tara and Maria, different styles. This one strong and edgy, nasty fall at the beginning with the triple loop, but she really skated it all out, and quite an intense performance in contrast to Tara's soft, lyrical style.
The marks from Judge 1 for the world team and Maria Butirskaya 9.9 for Team USA and Terrell Lipinski.
Now the scores, Lipinski and Boitano look on as the scores are revealed.
Judge 4, 9.8, 9.7. Judge 5, 9.7, 9.8. Judge 6, 9.9, 9.8. Judge 7, 9.7, 9.8. World team.
Now, how about that? Take out the high and the low. Lipinski's score, when the artistic mark is doubled, is 97.6. Butirskaya, 97.8. And the world team extends its lead to 0.5, 488.5 to 488.
The final chapter of Ice Wars #9. Scott Hamilton, a 4-time world champion, awaits backstage. Up next, though, another 4-time world champion, Kurt Browning.
Uptight as usual.
Yeah, he felt a little uptight in the technical.
Music, Dave Matthews Band, the skater, Mr. Browning, and it's called Crash Into Me.
You got your ball, you got your chain tied to me, tight, you're fucking.
Down to the final 2 skaters, the world team just ahead, and Kurt knows the sentimental favorite, Scott Hamilton, skating right after him.
The option and order in which they skate is determined after the technical program by the leading team. They get to choose first or second. And Kurt Browning said he wanted to go first and allow Scott Hamilton to skate last.
He has feet like a cat. He can go up crooked and find his landing. Layover position, forward outside edge on that camel.
Oh,
Kurt Browning. The world team leading as he began his skate by 0.5 of a point.
He put down a fine performance. Vintage Kurt Browning. Nice edgy skating, a lot of footwork. He had the jumps on in that performance. Clever entries into the jumps for Kurt Browning. Watch this. Falling leaf, down, slides, gets up. This is all choreographed right into his triple toe.
Oh, check it out.
Scott Hamilton loves golf, and he plays it pretty well, despite the outfit. This is called the Double Bogey Blues. It's sung by Mickey Jones. It's from the soundtrack of Tin Cup.
On the ice for Team USA, Scott Hamilton.
He's going to be just fine tonight. Well, if he paid homage to Tiger Woods, can Arnold Palmer be far behind?
Begin to shake. I'm praying I can one putt. Try to save an 8. If they $40 NASCAR with my suitcase on me lock. I be sitting in the clubhouse sipping bourbon on the rocks. Oh Lord, what am I gonna do? Help me keep my head down. Save me from those double bogey blues.
with a little Chichi Rodriguez tacked on for good measure.
Scott Hamilton.
Undeniably entertaining. He was off in his jumps in the first number, nailed the triple toe in this number. And hey, there's no question who won the popular vote. But if you're a judge, what do you do?
We're about to find out. And now the marks. Browning and Hamilton.
Judge 2, 9.8, 9.9. Judge 3, 9.7, 9.9. Judge 4, 9.8, 10.0. Judge 5, 9.8, 9.9. Judge 6, 9.9, 9.7. Judge 7, 9.9, 9.9. For a world team total of 98.2, a Team USA total of
That'll be enough for Team USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score, the final cumulative scores, Team World with a score of 586.7. Team USA wins 587.0. 3/10 of a point.
Scott Hamilton's score of 99 ties Boitano for the best of the night. And by 3/10 of 1 point, the USA wins Ice Wars 9. Leslie?
What was the difference tonight?
I think it was. I think it might have been Brian over there. He's always come through in Ice Wars, and of course I had a choice to skate last, and I didn't want to skate after Scott because he's won every heart in America, and what can you do? You close the show, and it was a great competition, and you said it didn't matter who won, and it really only matters who won when you won.
Right, absolutely. Well, you get to keep the hat. All right, tell us what it was like out there tonight.
As Tiger would say, I didn't have my A game tonight. And that's, I was really tentative, and I was really scared on the ice. Like, I just need to do this more. And I'm really in the best physical shape I've been in a long time, and I feel good, and I've gotten a lot of support from Ilya and from Kurt, and it's been great, and Brian's been wonderful. Everybody's been great. It's just, you know, I want to come back and do more skating, and the crowd is phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. Without their support, I wouldn't have had the strength to get through the evening, and they were great, weren't they, guys?
Really
it's phenomenal.
Good. Thanks, Vern.
Thanks, Leslie.